Technology, give learners a thrill. Deep dive Monday to the feeling. Tech solutions. Deep dive Monday. Step by step, we're revealing how to engage in every lesson we're dealing.
Okay, it's at 4:30. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to welcome everyone to the Deep Dive Monday. Create an animated Google Classroom banner in Canva. And I can see that I put is instead of in, so that will be corrected. Anyway, our Deep Dive Monday is a new session that we're trying out, and this is a little bit more break it down step by step. So hopefully you'll like it. You can even follow along and open up Canva and make your own Google banner if you'd like. So give that a try if you want to, or you can just follow along and try it later. Please register on the PD system. The session number is 387036. The link is in the chat. And make sure you check in with the remote check-in code PSJA Tech. And feel free to ask questions in the chat, and we'll try to get those all answered for you. The link to these slides is also in the chat. So feel free to, use that link later if you want to come back. I do have kind of some step-by-step on the slides. Our objective today is for you to be able to learn how to create an animated Google Classroom banner using Canva. It makes it very simple. The layout's already there for you. You can use their animation tools and their design principles to produce a great visually appealing banner for your students in your Google Classroom. Just kind of a fun thing to try out today. So I'm just going to go over the steps here on the slides, and you can refer back to those at a later date. And then we're going to go live into Canva and actually look at creating a Google banner today. So when you go to Canva in the very beginning, you can just search Google Classroom banner, and you will get lots of banners to choose from. This is just a very small selection that I printed here. But just on that page, the home page, just search for Google Banner, and then you're going to click on the one that you like. And I always usually start with one, but you can totally change it and customize it to make it different. So this is one that I kind of tried. So over here, we found one. I just clicked on this colorful one, and then it's going to ask you to customize the template. So you're going to click on that customize the template. And then on the left-hand side in Canva, if you're familiar with Canva, you have your design, your elements, your text, your uploads. These are the ones we're going to look at today. We're not going to look at the brand today. That's something, if you have like certain brand colors that you want to customize, you can put that in there. That's not something we're going to look at today, but we will look at those other elements. And then you're going to start adding the elements that you want in your Google banner. So here I just did like some superhero heroes, since we are that's our theme this year. And you can do welcome to Miss Sample's class, your classroom. You can add your little elements, and you can animate them. So here we're going to look at the design. I like this one right here to create an animation. I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're just going to click on the animate, and I don't know why it looks like it's animated itself, but at the top there is a little thing on the toolbar that says animate, and we will see that. I'm not sure why the slide shifted, but we'll check that out. And then you're going to start the elements over here. The create your own is kind of fun because you can take your character and you can draw a line where you want that to go. So I took my character here and I just had her go up and down and around. And you can create your own animation. And then on these characters, I just use some of the other animations, which I'll show you when we create. And when you're done, you're going to click done, and the animation will be there for you. And then here is like a little sample of kind of how it looks. You can see the line that I drew. And then these kind of just pop in and slide in. So we're going to go over those steps of how we do that. And I'm sorry, this got a little bit off-centered. as we are going, but we will get that corrected as well. So we're going to be creating a GIF is what you're going to do. Sorry, I went a little bit too fast. So you're going to download, once you go, and this is share up here, share, download, and then you're going to select GIF or GIF, however you pronounce it. And then you are going to download. And it downloads this cute little GIF for you that you can add to your classroom banner. And to do that, you're going to come up here to customize in your Google Classroom. You're going to upload a photo. And so it's going to take you to browse, and wherever you have that photo saved, maybe it's on your desktop, maybe it's in a folder, maybe it's in your pictures, wherever you downloaded your GIF. For sure it will be in your download folder unless you've moved it. And then you're going to see your banner in your Google Classroom, and you're going to save that. So it's really quite simple to do. And here's like a little sample of what your banner will look like. Now it will be animated. This is just an image. All right, so now let's go live and take a look at how we do this. First of all, I'm going to bring you to my Google Classroom. This is my sample. This is samples class. And if you notice right here, the name of the class appears in the left-hand corner. So maybe I didn't need to put Mrs. Samples class here in my banner. That's my, it's your option. But since it is already here, you maybe want to use your banner in a different way to welcome the students. One idea I was thinking, and we're going to create it today, is maybe a student of the week. You could actually highlight one of your students of the week and change your banner to that. Or if you have some elements that you're working on or some different objectives, you can add some teaching tools, that type of thing up in your banner. So there's different things you can do. You don't have to just have your name in your banner. So we are going to go to a Canva. I'm just going to go to a new one. And of course, Canva can be found in your My Apps. And we're going to follow those steps. We are going to search for a Google Classroom banner. And I like this because it already is the correct size. And you can see that there are lots and lots and lots of banners to choose from. Now, you can totally start from scratch if you want to and make your own, but I like to start with a template and then just tweak it and change it. And you can change pretty much every element about that if you want to. So you can just choose anything that's colorful to you, anything that you like, and you can see it just goes on and on and on and on. And you can customize it to like the holiday or a season. So you can kind of do all those different things. So let me just choose one. And I'm going to highlight like a student of the month is what we're going to try. So let's see. I like a lot of color. So, like I would choose all these rainbow type colors. So I'm just going to choose this one today. And I'm going to then customize the template. And of course, it gives you more that kind of look, colorful. So you can say, oh, well, maybe I like this one instead. But I'm going to customize the template. And now it brings me to my design area. And so here, the design area is where we really chose our template. So if I want to come back to my design area and search for a different Google banner, something that maybe I decided, oh, I don't like that color after all, then I can come back here and I can play around with the design element. Now, if I'm good with it, here are where my elements live. So your elements are your pictures, your images, your GIFs, your shapes, any kind of graphic that you want to find, you can find here in elements. Now, if you want to add your own, that's when you're going to come down here to uploads. And then you can upload any, like this, if you're doing a student of the week, you could upload the student's picture here. just by uploading. You can go up here to file uploads, upload files, and it will take you to your downloads, desktop, wherever you have it, and you're going to download the picture. So I don't have a student's picture today, but I'm going to find one in my elements. I'm going to pretend that we uploaded a student that we know. So I'm going to look for a student. And I'm going to go to photo because I want a photo. So here are your kind of your categories. Once you start searching, you can just search everything that they find. If I want a graphic, if I want a photo, a video, audio, I'm going to search for the photo. Let me see. I just kind of want a student, picture, and I want it to be an elementary type student. Oh, this guy looks fun. So I'm going to include him. Now, I really don't want the background on his picture. I just want to see him. So Canva has this awesome tool right here, background remover. So I'm going to remove that background, and now I have my student. Yay! And I'm going to put like student of the month. And it got a little big, so then I'm just going to size it. And you can just find a size that works. You can just keep clicking on the arrow, or you can actually, go to a smaller size. But the plus and the minus will make it bigger or smaller. So I'm going to try my student of the month. And then I'm going to just make up a name. I can then add text. So here is my text element over here, and I can add a text box. And we'll put, what should his name be today? Let's see. We will have Carlos. Carlos Rodriguez. Okay, now I can change my font. If I highlight my text, and I can size it. And here I can come up and, of course, change the fonts and all that. Now I could copy what I had down here, but I wanted something different. So we'll make that, and then I can make it a little bigger. Highlight. And of course, you can design you can take lots of time or little time. Sometimes it's just relaxing to come in and do, this. I like this kind of stuff. It's kind of like, oh, this is kind of fun. And then you can change the color and all that kind of good stuff. So I think maybe we'll make it yellow. Okay, now I want to animate Carlos. And I can add other elements as too. Maybe I can add Carlos's favorite things. Let's see, what would his favorite things be? Frogs. And so I can add maybe a frog in there. So I'm going to put my frog here. And he likes pizza. Add a slice of pizza. And you get the gist. I'm not going to add too much, but you can kind of jazz it up and add whatever you like. Now, remember, when we do add this to our Google Classroom, right down here, it's going to say Miss Samples class, right? So I want to maybe not have elements right down here. Or if I do, I want to animate them so to move out of the way. So I'm just going to put my frog here instead, right? And I'm going to keep him here a little bit. So just kind of remember that it will kind of show the name. All right, so now that I have it kind of the way I want, I'm going to come up here. This is where I'm going to animate. So if I click up here on my toolbar to animate, this window pops up where I can start animating. I can animate the text. I can animate the elements that I've added and try different things. Now, when I'm animating the photo that it's adding here, This is the one I was showing you where you kind of draw your line and you can create your own animation. So this one's kind of fun. So we're going to try that one. Create an animation. And then it tells you here to click on your object and just kind of drag it around. So I'm just going to kind of take Carlos around the page, and you actually click and you hold on it while you're dragging it. And you can see kind of a purple line gets drawn. And I'm going to bring Carlos around and back and just kind of bring him back to where we started. So once you leave up, it will show you your animation. And there you go. Now, if I don't like that, I can do an undo. Right up here at the top is where I have my undo button, and I can try it again. And as soon as I let up on the mouse is when it will stop. And then it kind of shows you the pattern that you had. So you can kind of play around with that and have some fun. And then I want my frog to also be animated. And so I can still do the same thing with the frog, or I can come in here and I can do some different things with my frog here. I can shake and zoom. You see how the frog just kind of shakes? Or I can wipe side. This is like old TV. You kind of got fuzzy. So you can, there's a lot of different animations here. There's a reveal, ink. So you can see all the different ones. Maybe I want it to kind of pan to the right, kind of pan in, or just pop. If I want to blur my frog. So you can just, there's a lot of them down here. So you just have to kind of try. Well, let's have our frog rotate. There we go. That's the one we want for our frog. So we'll leave the frog doing that. And then I'm going to click on my pizza. You don't have to animate everything. Of course, you animate what you want to animate. And you can just kind of go through all the different options here. And the pizza, I'm going to do my create my own again. And this one, I'm just going to go like that. So we have a lot going on here, so that might be too much to animate, but you know, you get the gist of how you can animate your page. So once you're done with your creation process and you're happy with the way it is, you're going to come up here to share. Once we get to share, this is where I'm going to come down here to download. And I'm going to select from this drop-down caret the GIF. And it does have no sound. And I'm going to download. And you can change the title up here. I didn't, but you know, can give it a name before you do the download. And now this is going to go to my download folder on my computer. And then you're welcome to create like a folder for Google Classroom banners and move that to a document folder. So I can imagine just doing different things. I have seen teachers that have like teaching tools or different stuff like that, not just the name of, you know, Miss Bingle's class. And I kind of like the idea of doing this like a student of the month or week and kind of highlighting the student. And that's kind of fun for the students. Or maybe you have a contest, you know, and if they win the contest, they get their picture on the Google banner, kind of highlight the different students. Okay. If it doesn't save automatic, you can just click save, or this is where you can save as and save into a different folder. I just keep it in my downloads and put save. So now that I'm done with this, I'm going to come back to my Google Classroom. And now I'm going to customize my banner. So I'm going to come over here to customize, upload a photo, and a browse. I'm going to go to my download folder, and it's this last one that I did. So I'm going to select it, and you will see it in just a minute. So here's my banner that we created. I'm going to select done, and I'm going to save. And now I have my new banner. It will come in. It just takes a second. And so here you can see, like, maybe I would have changed this black to make it like brighter and stand out, because this banner right here, you can kind of see how it's faded a little bit. So if you want to keep your elements and your designs a little bit above that, you can. And on Carlos, you can, I forgot to show you where you can also change the speed, and he can go a little bit slower. So if we come back over here to our animate, right here, this is the speed where I can kind of, it looks like we already had it kind of him on slow. Let's try that. That's even faster. So you can kind of control the speed, but you probably don't want to go so fast. So I did have it on slower. So that's where you can come in there. But it's that simple and that fun to create your Google Classroom banners. So hopefully you'll go design in Canva and think of some neat and interesting ways to use your Google Classroom banner. I know several of you, do have a lot of assignments for your students in Google Classroom. So they're coming in every day maybe and seeing that banner. So kind of this is just a way to make it a little bit more fun than just having your name there. So this is how you animate a Google Classroom banner. So hopefully you'll go out and try it. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer those. And if not, we will go on to our door prizes here in a second. I don't see any questions, so I do want to thank you for coming today. Let me stop sharing.
There is no questions that I see either, Debbie. This
Yay.
was fun. I love this.
It's just fun, right? Like,
yeah, it was good. It keeps it engaging, the classrooms for the students too. So,
yay. Okay, so let me, did you do a wheel of names, Val?
no, I haven't, but I'll do it right now.
I have one ready to go,
Okay.
but I just have to put our two names in there.
I created one on Canva that is really cute as well.
What, banner?
Like a wheel of names.
Oh, a wheel of names. Okay,
yeah, cute. Like we just put the names in it, and it's really cute looking. I don't know if you want to see it, but I can show you another time too.
Okay, well, whichever, if you want to do it right now with the two names, we can.
Cool. Let me,
okay.
So I can share something that I created in Canva. Let me see. I'm going here, and I'm going to go to this side.
And your chances are good, ladies, 50-50.
Very good chances, very good chances. Where did I put it? And designs, none of those are mine. Maybe, do I need to probably switch to team? I don't know. Let me see. If I take too long, we'll just do yours. It doesn't matter. Just wanted to share this too. I created this with I just thought, I want to create a wheel of names on Canva code. And it's not this one.
Well, I do have a wheel of names ready if you can't find it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the wheel of names that you have.
Okay. I don't want to hold the ladies up.
Yeah, no, I understand.
All right. So let's, I can share my sound because that's part of the fun. Here we go, ladies. Good luck. Miss Leos, you are the lucky winner. Congratulations.
I am here. Thank you.
Yay.
Yay. Well, thank you ladies for attending. Hopefully you can think of some fun ways to go use your Google banner.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, everyone. Let's go.